Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ-owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. Link will be down below.
I have nothing for that. I legit have nothing. And now apparently stream don't want to work for me, but either way. Uh-oh. I think Don Brotaro Fury is having StreamYard issues. Uno momento. Yeah, no, I can't hear you, bro. Actually, I don't think anybody can hear you. Yeah. So I thought it was me. So it's him having issues audio-wise. So welcome back to the Morphin Network, where it's Morphin time every time. This is the Rider Time podcast. I am Don Brotaro Fury, and over here is the
Can you hear me now?
Yes, there, the non-silent TimeRider Zero.
As
He
I
got
was
a whole bit ruined.
The crazy part is, the crazy part is our audio was working fine. Like when we started, before we started the recording, that was really weird. But as I was trying to say, assuming you cannot read lips, we hope you had a wonderful Valentine's Day on Tuesday, whether you were with your special someone or if you were your own special someone. Hope you had a wonderful Valentine's Day. And welcome back to the Rider Time podcast on the Morphin Network. It's Morphin time all the time. And remember, while we're doing this live, please write down in the chat box, and we will read as many comments as we possibly can right here below at the end of the episode. And stick around for after this podcast, because in about 15 minutes after it's over, we will be doing Dawn Brothers as well. We're doing it back to back. It's like a Thursday superhero time. And we're going to talk about a little bit about King Oger at the end of that podcast. So stick around after the show. But what are we talking about right now? That is Kamen Rider Geats, episode 22, Divergence 6, Pursuit, Catch the Chirami Demon. And I have to say, when I first saw this episode, all I could think about is, how would Yusuke Urameshi and Kazuma Kuwabara handle this situation?
I mean, my question was, who was that mofo at the cafe?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was Keiwa's sponsor. Because we never seen Keiwa's sponsor.
That's right, the frog.
And the way he calls her out, the way he calls out Neon.
Yes, he's like, yo, don't mess with my boy now.
Because like the other day I saw this meme of SpongeBob SquarePants where like he's getting coaching from Plankton, and like you replace them with Keiwa and the frog guy. And it's like I'm gonna take your a slot fever buckle. It's like assert your dominance. Hey, that's my slot fever raise buckle. Now let her have it. You can have it.
I just remember that. Oh my god. But
I
yeah,
am so glad Keiwa is not.
Keiwa is he's having the time. His has not been his arc, to say the least.
No, he had amazing moments in the first two arcs. Or should I say second and third arc, because the first arc was only one episode.
But here he's the butt of everyone's joke.
Mm-hmm. Even Michinaga's. And he doesn't even make jokes.
Yeah, no, Michinaga just
So
he's
this may very well be the final round, because we are down to 3 DGP riders. Hold on, what's going on here? Oh, there we go.
Oh no, not this scene. No, let's just get past this. I just want to say we got the things. No, I just hate it because the game master did the most heinous thing ever. No.
Like, honestly, you know what irritates me is the fact that they straight up say, "Oh yeah, Naj Sparrow and Lopo were definitely not the disaster."
No, see, he's not even.
And I'm like, if you did not disclose that,
imagine
that
breaking
could have added an extra element of danger where the writers are not 100% sure whether or not they voted out the disaster. So they could have let their guard down and think, "Hey, we got rid of the disaster. We don't have to worry about voting anyone out."
No, my man broke kayfabe. He broke kayfabe hella hard. But no, the one thing he did was just like lick his finger and then gently tap K1's shoulder, and then you hear the sound effect too. I'm like, nah.
And what's worse is the way what's worse is that the way he looks at Neon when he mentions the disaster needs only one more round to survive in order to win. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, cough, cough.
I would have punched him off that platform immediately. Like, first off, how dare you lick your hand and then just tap your licked hand on me? Nah, we fighting. And speaking of fighting, this is the episode where we get Glare 2, but leading up to that.
Yeah. So we only have one round left. If they fail to vote out the true disaster this round, the disaster, which is Neon, automatically wins.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have to say, detective skills. The fact, if I'm given the information that Lopo voted herself out and she is not the disaster, that would tell me that she is covering for the disaster.
Yep.
She knows who it is and she's trying to cover for them. So who do you think she has the closest relationship to throughout this entire season so far?
Dude, even Ace already knew. I was just gonna say straight up, Ace knew the entire time.
Yeah. So like my own detective skills, yeah, I would have figured out it was Neon if not for the fact that they straight up revealed that it's Neon in the previous episode. So what's the next game?
Nothing.
2 weeks later. Yep.
Not a damn thing.
Nothing is the game. There is no game.
Man is just bored with his life. It's just like
and and I love how like the 3 remaining contestants and the navigator are just playing Go Fish because there's nothing better to do.
I mean, yeah, because the homeboy is just like plotting with the Jimotos over in the Jimoto garden, and they're just like, yeah, no, we're taking our sweet, sweet time. And I think because when Naj Sparrow purposely told him, hey, don't send no guy out there. Don't do that. Don't do that. It'll drive him crazy. It'll draw him out.
And it works. And the crazy, and what's funny is he calls him. He straight up calls him and says, hey, where are the Jimoto at? It's like, you want like he goes like full Uncle Chan. You want the Jimoto, yes? Then leave Uncle to tend his garden.
Oh my god! It's like
some jasmine tea, by the way. Uncle Chin and Uncle Iroh, they need to have like a crossover together. Just saying.
That'd be an interesting way. Contracts, if contracts didn't matter, sure, why not?
Yeah, that would be cool because like they're both cool uncles. And funny story about AX, which I'm not gonna go into. But so we're gonna lose ratings if we don't do anything. So here's gonna be the game plan.
Hide and seek.
Catch the Game Master. That's the game. Catch the Game Master. There's no Jimoto. Just catch the Game Master. And whoever catches him, well, very likely your ratings will go up. At the very least, your ratings will go up. And then we will have to vote someone out regardless.
Yep,
So, catch the disaster, and we're down to the finals. If you fail to catch the disaster, we still, disaster wins. End of season. We can go home, get our paychecks, drink some of that Canadian tea you keep talking about.
Keep talking to some Don brothers drinking that tea. It's the game of hide and seek. See, I knew it was gonna be crazy, but I think this episode exceeded my expectations.
Oh, very much so. I'll say this much. So you got the hounds, just like in episode 16, where you got staff riders with the Magneto helmets. Trying to keep the main characters away from the Game Master. But landmines. Wait, hold on. Landmines.
Yo, Kayla is the butt of everyone's joke, and now this is some Looney Tunes ish.
And what's worse is that Neon's disaster mission is
to
interfere with other riders in any way possible. So she's like, "Hey, Kayla, the Game Master's in the opposite direction," and he runs.
And notice how, and then Ace was just like, and I was like, oh. So I'm like, Ace knows. Ace already knows. You can't outbox the fox.
Unless you're a Peach.
I let you have that. But in this case, Ace is onto this. Oh no! Then Kayla gets caught gated, and he gets jiggly puffed.
You mean Jigglypuff? Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That's what you mean.
And then he looks like what's his name out of Home Alone 3. He literally has the hair and everything. He looks like Homeboy out of Home Alone 3.
It's like
gotta make it worth my
while. I have a cracker for you. Double or nothing. But I only have one. And I'll say it again. Home Alone 3 may not be better than Home Alone 1 or 2. But Alex is still the better protag than Kevin. Fight me on that.
Look, we've referenced Home Alone 3. The fact that we were able to reference Home Alone 3 in this episode as well is just amazing.
Yeah, so Neon is the first to point fingers. It's definitely Ace. He tricked you so many times. I'm like, if I was Kayla, I'm like,
Interesting, but
in 2020, when everyone started playing Among Us, the first person to throw fingers is usually the imposter. So how do I know you're not the imposter?
Dude, the fact that I was Ace. That would be, I would be like, just chilling and like, why you're throwing fingers so fast though? How am I the imposter? See, because I'm basically, when I play Among Us, I play it like Ace. To the letter, I play Among Us like Ace. So yes,
people in the comments, please let us know how you play Among Us.
I play it like Ace.
You know what's funny? Whenever I played Among Us, I was never the imposter ever. I was never the imposter. I was always able to figure out who the imposter was within the first round of voting, and whether or not whether I managed to make it all the way through the end or if I was kicked out immediately, it did not change the fact that I knew who the imposter was.
No,
I might be a better
comment.
detective than Daniel Craig.
Ah!
Last Onion.
Oh,
Whew.
no.
Yeah.
But
Oh man, one of these days we should go back to playing Among Us, like Morphin Network edition.
Morphin Network versus Henshin Gate. Who is the better imposter?
What's it called? I love there was this one meme for like Kamen Rider Kabuto, and like you got Kabuto, Gattack, Drake, and Sasor. It's like there is a worm among us, and I'm like, it's the sword. He's the only person in the entire squad that's not an insect themed rider. Get him. And I was right.
Yeah,
Not because I already saw the season.
So Ace mentions like, oh, lovers quarrel. How cute. They both get up. We're not a couple. Like, like nice little callback to episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
But then
actually, yeah, you're right. I forgot they did that in episode 1.
And like Neon drops her stuff out of her bag, but then one customer, I guess you want to say, is just chilling right behind them, paying attention. He's like, interesting. She's like, sorry. And then she leaves, and she's just like, oh, that was close. This I feel like he's a writer or future possible writer. I don't know who he is. I don't know what his deal is, but he's like, you a little too loud up in there. A little uncouth of you. You don't have you have many followers from Neon TV, but not many of them like you. You're a spoiled rich girl complaining about her life. Oh, woe is me. You're a little too naive for your own good.
Yeah, and I feel like he might be either a DGP staff member or a sponsor. But I know he's not her sponsor because one,
her parents.
I know that he's not supporting her. And if each writer only gets one sponsor, we all know that it's a Kurama organization that's sponsoring Neon.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, but so like I'm thinking,
it has to be the frog.
How interesting would it be if it turns out this guy was Mr. Frog?
I mean, he's standing up for his boy. He's standing up for his boy Kawa. Because like he's putting her in a place. Like look, as much as we all love Neon, he makes valid points.
Yeah.
Like
if you keep making everyone your enemy, everyone's gonna turn on you.
Mm-hmm.
And it is noticeable in this episode, like she got careless. She's getting careless. Very careless. She's making it very obvious. Like it's like what Bart Simpson said in one of the alternate futures. You've changed, bro. You used to be cool.
It's like if you're playing Fortnite and you're like the last amount of people, you start getting a little careless and sloppy because your heart starts racing. The tension rises because it's like, oh crap. What if I'm the last? What if I don't win? Like that is what she is feeling right now.
Yeah, or maybe she's getting too cocky. There's you could be the Sasor kind of cocky, or it could be the Kabuto kind of cocky, and there's only one right way to be cocky.
Look, she has a good plan going in, putting it on Ace, but again, Ace is too smart for that BS. He knows better. He's been
even in the lunch scene, he didn't even protest.
It's like, okay, he knew, okay, I'm gonna let you think it's me, but I'm gonna keep doing what I gotta do.
I'm the one trying to save the world, and I've been doing it longer than you guys have. So accuse me all you want.
Yeah, and of course, Kawa is a little too gullible to Kawa is gullible enough to believe her because all the times Ace has tricked him, but then even he's just like, I don't know. Like you can see the doubt in him, even at the beginning of the episode where he's doing that sit-down confessional. He has a feeling, yeah, maybe it's Ace, but at the same time, it might not be. Like he has grown a lot since the earlier episodes, and it's only
Yeah,
we're
like,
only 22 episodes in.
yeah, like it. Like I remember back in episode 8, he was like he wants to bring world peace, but he had no direction in which how he would accomplish it because because his desire was too broad. Like you
Mhm.
need to make a more acute scope in order to make some kind of constructive progress. Like even and like this actually applies to like anything you do. Like if you, whether you're studying at home like for a class or studying at the gym like to improve your body, it's like you can't just do a bunch of like random things a little and like mix them together. You have to focus on one thing at a time. Like at the gym, you have to have an arm day, a leg day, a chest day, a back day. At home, you need to have a math day, a science day, an English day, a history day, because that way you could get more work done and not be diluted. Because, as Ron Swanson would say, it's better to whole ass one thing than to half ass two things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But,
and
so
now
homeboy here
is more focused.
Yeah, K.O. is focused, and this guy is just over here, just basically putting Neon in her rightful place. As messed up as that is sounding, someone needs to she needs reality thrown in her face.
Yeah,
we want to protect our little cinnamon roll Neon, but she's got to learn.
Yeah. So we get one of the most fascinating fight scenes in all of Kamen Rider.
Oh dear. This man is
They're
a menace. Man is a menace.
Chirami is such a menace because he's clearly not a fighter, but the way he
He's just like
fights,
whoop 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 whoop, doing the damn worm.
He's
Are you
straight
sure
up
Scotty?
doing
I think
the
that's Scotty too
worm.
hotty in that suit.
You know what? You know what? To all you High School of the Dead fans, like, eat your heart out, because we just got something that beats that stupid like Matrix boob thing. Like we got the Matrix worm.
My man, that's Scotty too hotty in that suit. He got paid for the day to be Glare 2 and just do all your best things. Do the worm while you're at it, just so you know, wrestling fans know. Like actually no, I bet Scotty too hotty's like, yeah, let me do the worm. Like, wait, what? Are you sure about that? Yeah, let me do the worm. Whoop whoop, it'll be great. And there you go.
Yeah, it's just like how like the suit actor for Exade, like blowing onto his gashot was actually improvised, and they decided, let's make that a thing that stays in the show forever.
Yeah. And we had Indiana Jones reference.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was about to get to that. So first of all, we got what's it called? A Resident Evil reference. He's got a laser grid in the shape of a star.
Then 1, then 2, then 3, and of course, like, again,
the full grid on.
Actually, no, even before then, it was Kawa fell on another damn landmine.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh, but I love how like he and Neon, they just stack their weapons on top of it in order to suppress it.
He's like,
but then,
no.
But then Chirami just throws a rock at it, like a tiny little rock, knocks the weapons off the landmine, and it goes off.
It was funny. What made it more funny is the way they were running in Kawa Falls. It reminds you of the Tokuger opening.
Yes. Yeah, and or the Akiba Ranger opening, where like the Red Ranger keeps falling over himself in the theme song.
Yeah.
But like Ace does a nice corkscrew dive through the Pentagon, and which is amazing. But it still gives him a chance to make a run for it. They seemingly corner him, but Indiana Jones. Of
course, Ace gets out of the way.
If it were me, if I was one of the two people in the back, I would have tried to climb up those pipes, making up the walls. so that the boulder could just completely miss me, and I would have a head start in trying to chase after Chirami. But because they all started running in the opposite direction, Chirami got away.
Yeah, Ace was the only smart one to do what you just said.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
But
my man, he's like, whoop, 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 I'm free. Oh, hey guys,
no.
what's going on, guys? What's happening? And then what's her name shows up? Baraba shows up.
Yeah.
And gets jumped. He just gets jumped.
And he's like,
oh hell no! Oh hell no! Oh hell no!
Yes, that is basically him. Like, hey, no! Ah!
And it's Barba like she transforms, and you don't see the transformation.
Right.
But she does have a rider belt. You know who else has a rider belt? Not my mom, obviously.
Yeah.
So
that,
Ace tries to shoot down one of the Hound Riders. I know that's not their actual name. They're like called
they are Hound
Riders. I call them the Hounds because of the Fox Hunt episode.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they were Hound Riders. I think they were called Hound Riders for that specific time.
Yeah.
But whatever ain't broke, we'll fix it.
But Neon jumps into the shot, and she's like,
"Yeah,
Ace tried to shoot me. He's clearly the disaster." I'm like, Neon, that's a Karen move right there. You never go full Karen.
He's like, I guess I gotta do this. Whoop! Actually, yeah, no, that part Chirami did see. He's like, very good. And then he got jumped.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was watching it on a monitor, like on his he can just summon from his thing. It's like that's good. And then he got jumped.
But then she's like, look, Keiwa, look, you know this man. He has done so much stuff. He is the Karapika of us all. He just comes to these fights with a shovel because he knows he's gonna win.
My cool Bara keychain is attached to my backpack, so I can't pull it out right now.
I got this as a birthday present. I was like, yep.
Yeah, and it's like, and she's like, clearly he shot me down, like you, and he's tricked you so many times. He's clearly the disaster. You gotta believe me. And Kyo's like, I understand now. The disaster is Neon. What?
I was like, yes, he grew some balls. Did it.
Mr. Frog ought to be proud.
Like, I'm sorry, you need to go hang out with Natsumi. To the streets with you!
Yeah. It's like, if Ace you're right, Ace is an amazing trickster, which is why if he was the disaster, I know he would never screw up that badly.
Never. That's like, yeah, you're right. Ace would be, if Ace was a disaster, he would be able to trick us all, but we wouldn't catch on until afterwards.
It's like first of all, like he has the highest approval rating before and after this game started. But but she tries to counter. Well, the thing is, if he is a disaster and at the top, then we could still vote him out. Yeah, you could still vote him out, which means you played yourself. Just played yourself. And Kayla's right. Like if Geats was the disaster, you wouldn't even know it until like it's too late.
Like he would do the disaster missions so flawlessly you wouldn't even notice him doing it. He would just be on his own thing, still doing the thing you would not know.
And hypothetically, let's assume for a moment he did do the disaster mission. Imagine if, like, while they were fighting those fruits, like he took one of those fruit bombs, threw it behind him in a way while Keiwa's not looking, and then it bounces off a wall and then like lands right in between them and it hits the both of them like we saw in that scene. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, if Geats was a disaster art, this is how he would have done
He's
it.
smooth with
It's like,
it.
sure, he would get into his own way, but the point is, he still completed the mission because he got into Keiwa's way, and he took some of the heat off himself because he got hit by his own attack.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so yeah, they're just like, okay, we know the disaster. Back to Chirami. Back to this. This is just like, I just want to just throw something at this kid. Like, he wants the goddess of creation. I was wrong. The goddess of creation wasn't a person, but it does still it still has something to do with our boy Geats. So I was half right on that because that is going to be his power up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and because I recently watched a recent episode of Billy and Mandy, I'm gonna say this. See these jelly beans? Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt!
So yeah, basically we already know this is gonna be Geats' power up, but the only way you can get that is if you have access to it with the glare drivers. That's what she wanted. But Gene is like, nah, what you mean, sis? You ain't messing up this fun out here. He pulls out the laser rays riser.
And it's so interesting because you got like a trigger and you got a card, and you attach the card to the trigger to make a gun.
I'm thinking old Heisei era Rider off Jump. Just that actually looks like the gun sword thing from X-Aid when he had his winter form Mighty Brothers Double X.
Yeah. And this is his rider form, which looks like two cards like protruding through his body diagonally.
It's clean. It looks nice. The color and everything is nice. It's just the helmet throws me off.
Yeah, it's because like because both the chest and the helmet, they look like that card that he inserts into the trigger, and it's like protruding through his body like diagonally.
Yeah, see, on the chest part, I'm okay with that. It looks just like a
yeah,
scarf.
yeah, because it's drive. You got drive. Like drive made it like palatable.
Yeah, but that's because it was like it still was somewhat symmetrical and it played off. But this just looks so off-putting, helmet-wise.
Yeah. I mean, I like the white and the black on the helmet.
I understand that they don't want them to look basic on the helmet. They wanted to look somewhat futuristic, like Tron.
Yeah, yeah. Like I like the whole like white on one side, black on the other thing. It's just the asymmetry of literally just that card protruding through the body. And you're right. You know, like the one on the chest, it's not as glaring as the one on his head because I feel like
yeah.
Hi, Arutaja Naito. Okay. But yeah, it's
like on the chest is fine.
I feel like I would have a hard time like rolling my neck if I was wearing that helmet.
Yeah, it's like he's doing the whole Keaton Batman thing, if anything.
Yeah.
But we won't know until next, or not next week. We got what, 2 days?
Yeah.
We got 2 days we got 2 days to see it in motion. I'm probably I said this during stream, and I'm gonna say this again. My tune is most likely going to change while seeing it in motion. For now, just seeing it still static like that, no. Just no on the helmet. The suit looks good. Even the chest part, I'm actually down for that part because it just makes me think Kamen Rider build. Because the way they had the rabbit tank form looking, it made it look like a rider scarf. And I think that's what they were going with the chest piece to make it look like a rider scarf.
Heck, even what's it called? 0102 form, like
exactly.
like you got this red piece and the thing that says number 2 on it, and like the thing is, not only looks like a scarf like classic Kamen Rider, but also it looks like a necktie that's like swishing to the side, like what's the name, Jason Page.
Right.
Like for those of you who don't know, Jason Page, the guy who sang the Pokemon theme song in the US dub, like he has this gimmick where like he has this necktie that you could like bend in different directions.
Oh, like on Dilbert type stuff.
Yeah. So it's always like so it's always like in this crazy direction and stuff. So yeah, 02 reminded me of Jason Page's tie. And so like I see what you're trying to do with this. Yeah, like the frame of the card on the back of his chest. Yeah, I could see that. I could see like what you're going at.
It's just
It's
the helmet.
But I also agree with you that the helmet is just jarring because of. And the thing is, if it was like at the top of his head, I feel like it would be less jarring because it's kind of like a cavalier hat, kind of like a Silver Chariot Platinum.
Yeah, but
not Silver Chariot Platinum, Silver Chariot Requiem.
Yeah, basically it was. But the henshin sequence is dope, and I love. He's such a Geats fan. He even does like the whole snap thing.
You know what's funny is that behind the scenes, the actor who plays Gene, he was a Kamen Rider fan since he was 2 years old. And like he even he declared, like, when I grow up, I'm gonna be a Kamen Rider, and his dream came true. But you know the crazier part is he's also this isn't his first role in Kamen Rider though.
He was in Kamen Rider O's.
Yes, as a kid that O saved in episode 9, I think. But more importantly, in Superhero Senki, he played Shotaro Shinomori.
He created Cyborg 009, Skullman, Kamen Rider, Sentai. I want to say Metal Heroes.
Started on Skullman.
Metal Heroes, Kikaider. Dude's done it all. He wrote for Astro Boy or Atomic Atom. Or
wait, I got it right here. Give me a second. I got something right here that I would love to show. If I can find it, give me a second. Dang it, wait, no. Where is it? It should be here somewhere. Dang it. Anyways, no, I had a picture of my 3 favorite mangaka and oh wait, nope, found it. Here it is.
Got Ishinomori. I forgot the author's name for Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yoshihiro Togashi and Hirohiko Araki.
Yep.
Yeah. So, this is a little thing I made for my big 3 mangaka. By the way, speaking of 4th and 5th place, Shonen Jump, can you please bring back Zombie Powder? Please bring back Zombie Powder. That's all I'm going to say.
But yeah, this episode... ending of this episode was great. The preview, whoo boy. Episode 23, Divergence T.
As in time out.
Yep, they put everything on timeout because they're like, all right, Game Master.
Until the Game Master gets his belt back.
Timeout. I love that every time we get past a certain round, they have to come up with a different letter.
Yeah, because like it's like at first they throw us off by having F for 2 consecutive seasons, and then all of a sudden intermission round, and then timeout. I'm gonna be honest. It's in the next season, if the final episode isn't if it is F, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
I like it. I like where they're going with this.
Yeah, but I think the final episode really will have an F in it.
Conspiracy, intermission round, counter F. Yep. Brilliant. Love it. Yeah. Geats, 10 out of 10. I don't even need to say much.
I agree. Like this episode is a full 10er. Like honestly, my only complaint is honestly, if I were to make any complaints, it would literally just be nitpicks or just straight up Jim Cornetting, and there's only so little you could Jim Cornette. But you know what? Why not? We haven't used the banner in a while. So
We used it last week.
There's only one way I could Jim Cornette this, and that is do not reveal that you voted out someone who's not the disaster.
We used the Cornet alert last week. Me and Astro Red used the Cornet alert last week.
Yeah, in the archive.
Oh yeah, in the archive.
But not in the Rider Time podcast.
Right.
But yeah, for real though, like if they did not reveal that Lopo was not the disaster, at the very least, Kawa would have had the false sense of safety that we voted out the disaster. We don't have to worry about not trusting each other, and it would have made winning for Neon a lot easier. Because she wouldn't have to work as hard to keep the flame out, to keep the heat off of her. That's honestly the only complaint I could have. And of course, you changed. You used to be cool. Okay, what you guys think of the episode? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What do you think is going to happen next? We are doing this live, so if you're watching this live, go to the comment section or chat box. Write down all your thoughts and opinions and stuff, and we will try to go through as many of them as we possibly can down here in the live stream. So here we go. It's comments time. Not a lot of comments, but we do have a few. So let's go through these. Thoughts on the Kyoshi novel? Never read it.
I've heard that Kyoshi's a little bit of a hypocrite, so sorry, Kyoshi fans. Air Nation for life, baby.
All I'll say this is only using the context of the TV show. Kyoshi is my favorite avatar, and I'm gonna be honest. As far as the characters from the show goes, I would say that would be my character crush. Not gonna lie. Ooh, sorry to all of you Katara fans, all you Azula fans, all you Mei fans, all you Ty Lee fans, but
whoa, don't piss off the Ty Lee fans now.
But to me, it's all about Kyoshi. Heck, when I have my own fanfic avatar, like for the Earth Kingdom, I made a firebender who was a Kyoshi warrior. So she implements her fans as part of her firebending, and nice. It's really cool.
That is actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Do you think Sentai teens or characters go through therapy? No, they don't. They don't. They should. They don't.
This is Tokusatsu. What therapy does a Tokusatsu warrior go to? Huh.
Like I can tell you right now, as someone from the country where I came from, even if therapy existed and even if therapy was needed, they would not take therapy because they're too busy trying to fight monsters and robotic Nazis and alien Nazis and mutant ancient civilization Nazis. Man, a lot of totalitarian organizations in Kamen Rider.
The 70s were weird.
And 80s.
Show up
90s were a little less weird, but it's only because we got desensitized.
No, 90s had a kid blow up these girls. You had a kid ride on a skateboard and use wind power to look at girls' panties. And yes, half of that footage was used in Power Rangers during the debut of the White Ranger, mind you. Yeah,
I'm talking about Kamen Rider, but you're not wrong.
I just gave you all the history.
I think those schoolgirls needed therapy because there's a guy in white non-spandex on a skateboard harassing us. I cannot live that down.
Yeah, and that whole scene was used at the White Ranger debut. True story.
Not the skateboard part though.
They cut that part out. Yeah. They cut
or the baseball part.
They cut out all the grody stuff, but that episode was used.
Yeah. Okay. So next we got hello there. Hello, Psycho Orange. How are you doing? And Yellow Chromite 386 says hi. Oh, that's cool. I've never seen a Yellow Chromite before.
Hello. He did the whole Tokyo Go-Go thing.
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah. Well,
hi.
that's it for the comments today. Be sure to comment, like, and to subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, right here on the Morphin Network. And we're almost, I know we didn't reach our goal in the timely manner that we wanted to, but we're still going to fight for it. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. If you can help us get to 2,000, that'd be great. We greatly appreciate it. Anyone watching us on YouTube or Facebook and commenting, oh, thank you for taking the time to watch our show. If you like Kamen Rider Geats, be sure to watch our previous episodes, both on YouTube and on Facebook. And if you like Saber and Revice, same channel, same page. And if you like other seasons of Kamen Rider that we're going to be reviewing concurrently, be sure to check out Rider Time Archive on the same channel, where we are covering right now Amazon Riders, the Amazon Prime series. I hate the name too. I agree with you, but after we complete this one, we're gonna go into the actual canonical seasons, such as Kuga Ryuki, Black, X, Amazon Stronger, Skyrider,
Kuga Akira Ruki Fives Blade Hibiki Kabuto Deno
Kiba, Decado, W O Forza. God damn it, it's really hard to.
Double O the Forza Wizard Gaim 5. Why is it 5?
Man, it's easier to do the GOA. W-O's Forza Wizard!
Kuga Akira Fives Blade Hibiki Kabuto Deno Keep it dead.
They build G-O Grand. And of course, if you like Super Sentai, stick around because we're about to cover Dawn Brothers episode 48, the anti-penultimate episode of the series. And stick around for that because we're also going to be covering the press conference of the next season of Super Sentai, Osama Sentai, King Oja.
You covered. I already covered it. I stayed up until. You know how late it was? Do you know how late it was? Nah, you covered that. I'm tired.
Well, you're covering it with me.
Well, I already did. I already did it twice. What do you mean? What you mean, fool? Twice.
And also be sure to check out our recently uploaded episodes of our on-site interviews. So we've done an interview with Claire Blackwelder and Michael Mays at Power Morphicon. We finally got those uploaded. We're gonna try to get more of them uploaded as soon as possible. We know we are super behind on this, and we're gonna be caught up. Also, while we're at it, be sure to check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where this weekend we'll be covering the film Ghost Rider from 2007, starring Nicolas Cage, Don Logue, Eva Mendes, and that one dude from American Horror Story. Oh, and Sam Elliott. and of course, our recent episode of Scrub Club Gaming Podcast. Be sure to check that out on The Buttery Show. And also, I recently did an interview at Simi Valley Touring Comic Fest, and we will upload that on Buttery Show as well. So be sure to check that as well. Other than that,
I think we need a frozen thing for Boken now. And well, he was frozen for a split second. Y'all can find us over at Henshin on Twitch and YouTube, all that stuff. I'm not gonna do the thing. I'll do the thing during Dawn Brothers. We do K-pop, we do anime. Just didn't do anime this week because of the Valentine's Day and the King Oger stuff. So we got that coming to YouTube soon. We do Tokusatsu, clearly. Like we do Geats, Dawn Brothers. If you want early access to any of that, you got to come to us on Twitch every Saturday. Whatever time it be for you, just calculate your time with 7 p.m. EST, and then you know how to join us. There you go.
Yeah. And you can find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. And remember, guys, we are going to do Dawn Brothers in a hot minute, so don't leave the chat. Leave the video, not the channel. And remember to update your emergency kits, stay hydrated, and Be sure to stay warm if you're up in the northern hemisphere. Stay cool if you're in the southern hemisphere. Hug your loved ones. It's past Valentine's Day, but don't stop loving everyone that you care about. Until later today, guys. We'll see you all next time. Bye.